They were speaking about something only 5 fucking minutes ago on fucking Tinder. And now she's bitching that it's too keen? The world's gone nuts.
Peter
Walsh.
Yo, yo, yo. Everybody. Dating Nightmares is back to the Peter Walsh Show. I mean, this should just be a separate podcast on its own, man. I mean, this shit is getting nuclear out there. The dating world's getting fucked. Day by day, it's getting worse. Now, look, if you're new to the show, I'll just quick intro here to you. I started on social media. I still am on social media on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, blah, 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 the whole lot, okay? I'm doing my podcast too, but on social media, I'm doing posts, people email in asking, can I ask the audience what they think? So in other words, somebody will email me saying, hey, Peter, can you ask your followers what they think of this scenario? I'll call out the scenario, and people will get the crowd opinion, or they'll ask me for my opinion, etc., etc. Now, I give a guy's opinion. I give a brutally honest opinion. Okay, I won't hold back. No fucking around here. And you know, if anybody has an idea of how bad it is out there right now, it should be me, right? Or at least someone who's doing something like I am doing here now. Because I'm getting emails every single day, and I'm going to call them out to you here now, guys. Some of these fucking emails, we're gonna do the worst of August that I've seen up to now. We're gonna highlight the whole August month. I mean, August should be a month where everybody's taking a break, taking a holiday. And yeah, excuse me, I've noticed that even last year, this year, August has been a quieter month. Not a quiet month, a quieter month. So you can definitely tell that people are on holiday, but Jesus Christ, man. I mean, some of these stories that are coming in here are just, they're fucking nuts. Alright, you know what we're going to start with? We're going to start with the first one here. Get this one. So this guy matches with a girl on Tinder. And they chat, you know, back and forth a little bit. Then they decide to exchange phone numbers. In other words, they're going from Tinder to WhatsApp. So he texts her on WhatsApp, right? He got her number and he says, hey, how you doing? She says, oh, hey, how you? That's cool. So they were speaking about something on Tinder, okay? And he obviously didn't finish off the conversation. He was going to wait until he got to WhatsApp. Sounds fair enough to me. So anyway, he starts texting her the rest of the story, what he was telling her. Now, it was getting a bit of a long story. He said that the messages, like if he sent it in one long message, do you know the way on WhatsApp you have read more? Because in other words, it compresses it. It doesn't show you the whole message. So he was like, oh God, I don't want to, you know, I hope I'm not going to look like two weirds when I'm doing this. So what he does, he decides to break it up in 3. So he fills out the first part, sends it. Straight away, now this is the key here. Straight away, he sends the second part of the message, and then the third part of the message. So actually what he said is, he just kind of wanted to break it up. You know, all the words weren't jumbled on top of each other. It maybe just looks a bit neater. Sounds fair enough to me. I get it. I totally get it. And she came back and she actually said to him, you know, like basically after one or two messages back, and he said, look, what's going on here? I thought, you know, things were okay. Actually, you're a bit too keen, I have to say, because the long messages. Yeah, because of the long fucking messages. They were speaking about something only 5 fucking minutes ago on fucking Tinder, and now she's bitching that it's too keen? The world's gone nuts. It's gone nuts. I can't believe what I'm hearing, man. I mean, is this what we've got to, guys? Like, if you don't want to date, because clearly there's people out there right now. And by the way, I'm going to go through a couple more stories which will probably make you feel sick, and you might have to even turn off the fucking episode here today, because they're shocking. They're absolutely shocking. I mean, what have we become? Where are we going, guys? If you're listening to this, and if you have just tossed away a date, or giving some guy or girl just bullshit excuses not to be with them, or being incredibly picky, you know, maybe it's time to get a bit of self-awareness into you. Karma's a bitch. And you know what? If you're one of these people that doesn't believe in karma, I bet you that some things have always come back around and haunted you. You know? Or I bet you if you're definitely not one of these people in karma, it's funny the way that, isn't it amazing when somebody tries to screw you over and all of a sudden they get poetic justice, and what do you always say? There's a bit of justice in the world. Maybe that's karma. I really do believe in karma. And hey, if you don't believe in it, fine. But isn't it weird the way things do come about? You know, as Jordan Peterson says, we never get away with anything in this world. We don't get away with fucking dick. And I think karma's just like that. Like, be nice to people out there. If somebody treats you like shit, well, do you know what you do? For the next person you meet for a couple or an actual date, you be even nicer than you've ever been in your life. You'll have respect for yourself. You'll like yourself a bit more. And guess what? You'll be able to sleep at night. Do you really think you're going to go to bed? Oh, God, I can't believe I wasn't an asshole to him or her. You're not going to feel like that. You're not going to regret being nice. And you go even nicer than you ever can possibly be. Somebody treats you with zero respect, well, guess what? You have more respect for the next person that comes along. Turn it around. Get rid of this toxic shit inside you. It can burn holes in our stomach and give you ulcers and give you fucking gastritis. It can give you fucking headaches, you know? That's the cure, ladies and gentlemen. That's the fucking cure to getting fucked over. You be even more cautious and more respectful to the next person so you don't fuck them over. That's how you cure yourself, not by going out getting revenge. You know, I mean, and I honestly think this girl here who said that to this guy, I think this girl's been fucked over. Maybe it was recently, maybe it's been a long time ago, who knows. But this girl, she's definitely been fucked over. And hey, you know, don't get me wrong here, ladies. There's plenty of guys that get fucked over too, and they take it all out in women too, you know? I'm fully aware of that, so I ain't singling anybody out here. So look, I don't know, guys. I hope that helps. Okay, oh, and actually, by the way, guys, it's funny. I was speaking to a guy here the other day. This is actually kind of off the little beaten track here. Panic attacks. I was talking to a guy who actually, he's in relationships, but he suffers from panic attacks, and I actually wanted to really bring this up. I was going to bring this up at the start, but sorry, I got a bit sidetracked, and I was like, I was dying to get a hold of the wheel here and talk about this and vent. Guys, if you've ever struggled with panic attacks is very simple. It's adrenaline pouring through your body. Now, I was a race driver back in my days, many of you know. I raced for 13 years. Adrenaline was part of my life. It was part of my sport. It was part of my business. Adrenaline was a huge part of it. After racing stopped, basically I was suffering with, you know, I kind of lost myself for a while. Not in drugs or anything like that, no. But I just, you know, I was having a tough enough time. I got a bit depressed. I basically started to get better and feel better, but I was getting panic attacks after drinking. You know, I was thinking, oh my God, what the fuck's wrong? And I went to my doc eventually after this was going on for a long time. And then he just said, Peter, it's just adrenaline. And it hit me. I understood exactly what it was. So the moment I understood, this was about 10 years ago, I've never had a panic attack again. Ladies and gentlemen, what a panic attack is, it's 100% adrenaline flowing through your body. What happens is, you're not scared of the adrenaline. You don't fear adrenaline. What happens is, you don't understand what's going on, and your brain starts to freak out, and it gives meaning to this fucking thing of, oh my God, I'm gonna die. So you start freaking out because you have adrenaline. Do you know what I mean? In other words, my point is this. The adrenaline doesn't make you freak out. It's your mind reacting to adrenaline, you thinking there's something wrong, generating this thought in your head, that makes you freak out. I mean, if you think about it, you go for a run or you get into a boxing match or something, adrenaline pours through your body. So that doesn't make people freak out. Of course it doesn't. That's all it is, ladies and gentlemen. Adrenaline. Anyway, back to the actual podcast. I hope that helps you guys, really, because the moment my doctor said that to me, I went, Doc, are you fucking serious? That's all it is? Adrenaline? He goes, Peter, 100%. And by the way, just one last thing about that, guys. Check it out. I also have done a podcast episode on how to beat your panic attack. All right, it's available online right now. And also, you should Google fight or flight, because that's what it comes down to as well. So I don't want to go on about it too much today. But the moment my doc said that to me, I actually got a bit pissed off of myself. I went, Peter, are you fucking kidding me? After all you're wasting time with this stupid adrenaline pouring through your body. That's all it was. I am Mr. fucking adrenaline. I've grown up with adrenaline and now I'm afraid of adrenaline. And I actually got annoyed. I went, fuck you, adrenaline. Never had a panic attack since. It's because I understand it. Anyway, I'll leave that with you guys. Okay, dating scam alert. This was actually came up there a few days ago. A lady saw a guy on, I can't remember, it was Tinder or Bumble, but the guy had his back turned to the camera in every photo. So guys, that is a fucking dating scam alert. Okay, now I've also created another podcast on that as well, another episode of dating scam alerts out there. I can't remember what number it is, but maybe check it out as well to just keep an eye on what to check out for on fucking line, you know. But that is definitely like, why are you going on a dating app and you're not showing your face, but you'll show your back? To me, guys, I think they're either, number one, they're scammers and they're going to try and get some money out of you. Number two, they're just fake photos of somebody else and it's not the person. Number three, they're taken, they've got a boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife already, and they're just trying to cheat. I actually would go with number three more so than anything. I think that's the bigger one, but you can't rule out the other two. So keep an eye on that, guys. If you see anybody on a dating app and they've got their back turned to the fucking camera, unmatch instantly, run a mile, get the fuck out. Elvis has left the building job and you're done. Now, let's, okay, what else did we have come up that was just, oh yeah, insane dating profile pic. Jesus Christ, get a load of this one. This was last week. There was a girl, she was swiping on Tinder, and his photo was him sitting on a toilet, taken a number 2. Yeah. Yeah. Guys, like, serious? What? Lads, anybody that's listening to me out there, don't do it. Please don't do it. Jesus Christ, don't do it. You're sitting on a toilet seat? Do you really think that's attractive? And you know the thing is, those guys, I'm not accusing people of doing this, by the way, but chances are, there's a good chance, doesn't mean it's 100%, there's a good chance these are the type of guys that bitch and moan there's no good women out there. Like, are you serious? You're sitting on a fucking toilet and that's your Tinder profile photo? Jesus Christ, man. Jesus Christ. Come on. And, yeah. You know what? Yeah, I don't even want to talk about that one. You know what actually was what I saw? It's funny, I went to the doctor just to get my blood pressure, cholesterol, and all checked out there last week. And you know what I saw was interesting, guys? Or, not interesting, sorry. More disturbing. I have to say, it was a little bit interesting. I was like, why is this here? But it's fucking disturbing. I was getting a prescription for just like a fucking dry skin I had here. And in the chemist, waiting for the prescription. And as I'm paying for the stuff, there was a display unit with these, what would you call them? Sachets. And they were to put in your drinks in a bar to see if your drink has been spiked or not. I'm not bullshitting you. I'm not exaggerating you. In fact, if any of you are following me on Facebook, you would have seen a photo that I posted up last week about it. I actually posted up a photo of the display unit, so I'm not lying about this. This is 100% legit. And it's in a pharmacy. So we can, no, this isn't a joke shop or a $1 shop, €1 shop. Like, this is legit. What's going on out here, man? And, you know, this isn't good because, well, I'm a man, and you see this shit and you're like, oh my God. I mean, I gotta hand it to some women out there. We know not all men are like this. You know, men or women, you know that. The women out there, you know this. You know, we're not all like that, for God's sake. But jeez, I tell you, man, that's heartbreaking to see when you see this shit. That, like, my heart broke for the women. Yeah, like, there's women now carrying sachets around to test if their drink has been fucking spiked. Are you joking me? What the fuck, man? Jesus. And like, they're about, like, I think, what was it, €6 or €7, and like you get 2 or 3. So like, what is a woman meant to do? And like, I think this thing changes color, right? Sorry, no, beg your pardon. You put the sachet in. If your drink is not the exact drink that you got, as far as I know, then the drink changes color. If you've just got the one mix, so in other words, if you've just got one beer, and if you've been spiked, then it changes color. Did I just explain that right? Yeah? So in other words, sorry, if it is one mix, and your drink is not spiked, the pint stays the exact same color as you got it. You know? God, what's a woman meant to do, you know? Like, she goes to the toilet, well, I'd say bring your drink with you. You know? Why not? Like, if a girl was sitting across from me, right? And quite honestly, I've been on a lot of dates in my life, and you know what? I never remember if a girl actually brought her drink to the toilet with her. Like, if a girl's concerned about it, well, bring your drink to the fucking toilet. You know? Fuck the guy. You don't know him. You know, I'd rather be safe than anything else. And you mean, even this is me being a guy saying that to women. But, I mean, like, that shows you how much I pay attention to this. Maybe there has been a girl throughout the years that has actually brought her drink to the toilet without me realizing, but I can't ever remember a girl doing that. So, yeah. I don't know. It's a fucked up world in which we live in, guys. Fucked up world. And you know, it's funny. My drinks got spiked numerous times over the years. You know, God only knows who's done it. I certainly woke up on my own, thank God, so it wasn't some guy trying to fucking, you know, get it on. But, I don't know, man. I don't know. Jesus. Alright, next story. So, guy and girl were with each other for 6 weeks. In fact, let me just 2 seconds, guys. Guy and girl with each other for 6 weeks, and she tells him that she's also seeing someone else. Now, it's a long email. He's looking for some help here. That's what we were saying here. With each other for the 6 weeks, seeing each other 3 times a week for every one of the weeks. And he asked her about making this more exclusive. Then she says she's been seeing someone else. Well, that sucks. That's gonna fucking hurt. And guys, you know, if you're in this scenario, right, and look, hey, this shit happens quite often. This is actually quite common. Except maybe people don't admit that they've been seeing someone else. I have no idea. I can't speak for everybody. Of course I can't. But I would suggest this, guys, if you get into this situation. Yeah, because this was a social media post I did last week. If somebody actually, you obviously want to take this further. You're in. You're committed. They're number one to you. You're not number one to them. And I don't give a fuck how much you try and control them, change their mind, they ain't going to put you as number one in your mind, because from day one you were never number fucking one. Now, maybe somebody can, obviously, you know, wait for a few dates and see what happens, and maybe they'll go on another date with someone else. But, you know, Christ, like 6 weeks in, guys, seeing each other for 3 weeks, that's enough time to know if you're into somebody or not. No, without a shadow of a doubt. Plenty of goddamn time. So I wouldn't put up with that bullshit. This person's just having their cake and eating it. It's as simple as that. Like, I mean, you know, there's nothing more to this one. I would draw a line in the sand here. Get rid of that person. You'll never ever convince them that you're number one. You'll always be number one part B or part A or part C. But the problem is, even if you're number 1A, there's another choice that's at number B, so you might even be the better option. You're still a fucking option. I hope that makes sense. Alright. So yeah, guys, these are stories that are coming in this week here, from the last few days here, you know? Oh, and this girl, cock-blocking friend. What do you do with the cock-blocking friend, huh? This was another post from last week. So this girl knows this other girl. They go out together. And she's apparently no interest in women, in men. And the woman that emailed into me and told me about the story, she's not necessarily trying to, you know, hook up exactly with the guy that she's talking to, but she likes to have a bit of chat anyway, you know, a bit of friendly banter. He might be good fun to have a bit of a couple of drinks with, and, you know, the laughs are fucking flowing. And the girl always interrupts her. Always jumps in, and you know, I've known people like this throughout my life, and it's fucking annoying. And it doesn't mean that you want to be with the girl, but you're seeing exactly what they're fucking up to. And you know what I say? There's a couple of things that this is going on here. Number one, they're jealous of you and you get all the attention. Or if you don't, maybe they fucking fancy you and they're pretending to be straight. Do you ever think of that? And they're trying to make you jealous so you'll come running to them because they're in a desperate headspace. Now, maybe there's some of you laughing going, Peter, where are you concocting this bollocks out of? But, well, are you telling me that's not possible? Because it fucking is. I mean, guys and girls, I'm not gay. And I've had gay guys try to crack on to me, and they've realized, oh, Peter's not, he's not gay, he's straight. And they see me as a challenge, and then they went off to try and make me jealous with other girls. And even worse, even other guys. I'm like, dude, and I'm in my head, I'm like, yeah, okay, go ahead, dude. Go fuck that guy. I know you're not going to fuck that girl, but I've seen it. So, yeah. I'd like to know what people think about long-distance relationships, guys. And if you want to email me, peter@thepeterwalshshow.com. Let me know how you get on with long-distance relationships if you're having a bad one at the moment or you need some advice. I've been there, done that. I even did a podcast episode there a week or two ago on a few of my horror stories from long-distance relationships. Horrendous. What else was there? Oh yeah, this guy. Well, I think we'll leave it at here actually, guys, on this one. But this girl, she's seen this jealous boyfriend. They've been in a relationship for 5 years. Even if she's talking to another guy, he doesn't want her to. He's afraid to lose her. She's feeling trapped and a bit suffocated. So, you see what's going on here? He's playing the little victim here. Poor me, poor me, poor me. You see, if it's one thing, if you're all over the guy, your hands are all over him, you're getting close, like, fuck you then. You're just throwing you're just throwing fucking petrol on the fire here. And you were deliberately flirting. But if you genuinely are not flirting with a guy and you're just chatting, think about this too. It's two things I reckon. Number one, he's been fucked over, or she's been fucked over, if whoever it is, the person's been fucked over in the past, and they got cheated on from somebody who was doing the same type of thing, and they're terrified out of their mind. Or door number 2, Bobby. What's door number 2? They're fucking cheating behind your back. That's right. And they are all over other people when you're not around. And they're so freaked out of their mind that because it's so easy for them to cheat on you, now they're freaking out that, oh my God, well, if it's easy for me, it's got to be easy for her. Oh Jesus, oh Jesus, oh Jesus, oh Jesus. Think about that, ladies and gentlemen. People project their own bollocks onto you, but yet they're doing the same thing over and over again. So, yeah, we covered quite a few actually. And oh, by the way, guys, we're not done. We'll be back with more dating nightmares, okay? Don't you worry. We'll be back with plenty more. So, guys, if you ever got any questions, like I said, follow me on social media at The Peter Walsh Show on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and of course the podcast. And if you want to email me, peter@thepeterwalshshow.com. Thanks, guys, and I'll talk to you later. Peter Walsh.